Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is April Monique, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe and push that button so that way every time I upload, you guys will be notified. Today we're going to be working on another declutter. We are going to be doing my foundations. I just did this not too long ago and it's already gotten so out of hand. As a matter of fact, this is an Alex 5 drawer and this whole thing has just gotten out of control, and I have already started working on one. I did do my eyeshadows already. I don't know what video I'm going to have up first, but like I said, I have done one drawer. This is an Alex 5 drawer. I do need to work on all this, but for now we're just going to do one drawer at a time. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just get started. I just wanted to let you guys know too, if you guys could hear like noises in the background, it is raining really hard here where I'm at and it's starting to thunder, so I just wanted to warn you guys. But yeah, so the first thing we have, I'm just going to start picking out stuff from whatever is right here, is the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. And this is in the shade Vanilla. I do have another one in here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right here. And I can't find my perfect shade, so I figured to get two so that way I can mix and match. So I have Vanilla and Sand. And I just bought these not too long ago from TJ Maxx, I believe, or Marshall's, one of the two. So I'm just barely testing them out. So far, I have worn it like maybe one or two times, and I did like it. Just I can't find my perfect shade. So I am going to keep these for now. The next one I have is from Believe Beauty, and it's the Skin Finish Foundation. And this is in the shade Nude. I was wearing this in the summertime of last year and I did like it, and then I started wearing it again because I just felt like it was being neglected, and I do like it, so I am gonna keep this one as well. The next one we have is from Milani, and it's the Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation. Man, that was a tongue twister, wasn't it? In the shade Natural Beige 220. Sorry if I'm like all over the place. I didn't really like this foundation. I wore it once and I didn't like the way it looked, and I have a lot of foundations as you can see, so I think I could go ahead and get rid of this one. We have here the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation Stay All Day and Night. This is in the shade Cool 3. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one because this is also a newer foundation to my collection. I don't really love it on its own, but I do like it mixed in with other foundations, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. The next one we have is from LA Colors, and I got this at the Dollar General, and this is their Truly Matte Long-Wearing High Pigment Foundation in the shade Nude. This is what I was wearing in the summertime, so this is my summer color. But I really do like this foundation, and for a couple dollars you can't beat it. I highly recommend this one. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. The next one I have is from Dermablend. It's the Flawless Creator Multi-Use Liquid Pigments, and this is in the shade 25N. I do like this. A little bit goes a long way. However, I do not like their shade range. They don't have a lot of shade ranges to choose from, so that's the only downfall of this foundation, but I am going to keep this one. The next one I have is from MAC. It's the Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 Broad Spectrum, and this is in the shade NC15. I don't think I've ever tried this foundation. Back in the day, I know it was really hyped up, but I found this at Marshall's. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I have used it. I did like it, the way it looked on my face. I wish they would bring back, I don't know if they have it, because when I went to my MAC, I didn't see it. But you know, the compact one, the one that was like raved about back in the day. I forgot what the name of it was. But if you remember what I'm talking about, leave a comment down below. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. The next one we have is from NARS. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the shade Light 2. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to keep this. This is very liquidy. I don't know if it's supposed to be this liquidy. I shake it, but let me know if you guys use this foundation and if it's supposed to be liquidy like this. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't smell or nothing, and I just got it not too long ago. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. The next one we have is from Smashbox. It's the Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. And this is in the shade 2.15. I like this foundation. I do gotta say, a little bit does go a long way. You only need like maybe a drop or two of it for your whole entire face. Maybe even not even a whole 2 drops, maybe a drop and a half. But yeah, I do like it. It sets beautifully. Just like I said, a little bit does go a long way. That's like the biggest warning I could give you guys is that. But yeah, so this is gonna stay. I do have some like mixers like for different colors, like to make it darker, to make it lighter. I have one from NYX, I have one from Catrice, from LA Girl. I'm trying to think if I have any more, but I am going to keep all of these because sometimes I do need to mix my foundations, either if I want it darker or lighter, like, you know, for winter or summer, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to keep those. Well, I need to do a little bit better. I think I've only gotten rid of one foundation. The next one I have is from Too Faced. It's the Born This Way foundation. This is in the shade Swan. This is a little bit too light for me, but I like it so far. I just used one of the mixers that I have, that I showed you guys that I'm keeping. I just put a little bit of that in there and then it's perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. The next one I have is from, I have a couple of them. It's from Makeup Revolution. It's the Conceal and Define in shade F7. I know one of these are old and one of these are a little bit newer than the other. These ones I used to use a lot when they first came out. They don't smell bad. I'm going to go ahead and keep these because I remember I love these foundations and it's been a while since I've used them. Yeah, these are pretty good still. So let me check one more time. Ooh, this one's kind of empty. Okay, so one of these I'm gonna keep because it is full, and then the other one I'm gonna make it an effort to finish it up because it is almost gone. So I'm gonna keep one, and then the other one's gonna be on top of my vanity, so that way I could use it and finish it up. The next one we have is from ColourPop, and it's a Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I'm not a fan of this. I do have other moisturizers that are tinted in my collection that I like better. However, I am going to keep this because this is newer to my collection and I did pay my money to buy it. So I just don't want to get rid of it just to get rid of it. I'm going to try to use it, maybe mix it with some other foundations. I've actually watched other YouTubers mix it with other foundations, and I do have some of those foundations in my collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one, but it is not like something I would recommend unless you mix it with other foundations. The next one we have is the Wet n Wild foundation, the dewy version. Guys, I did not think I was gonna like this because I am oily skin, so dewy foundations don't really work for me, but this looks so beautiful on the skin. It's not too dewy, not too matte, it's just perfect. And I do suggest, like, if it is too dewy, maybe just throwing some setting powder on, because that's what I do. If it looks a little too luminous, I just throw on some setting powder and I'm good. But I do like the original version, and I do like this one. However, this one does not smell like paint like the original version. I have some in here. I gotta look through it, but this one doesn't smell like the original one. So that might be a plus for you guys if you want to try it out. So I am gonna keep that. The next two I have are from Becca, and it is the Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I do like these foundations. One is too light for me. It's vanilla. So I'm going to keep cashmere because that is more my color, and I'm going to get rid of vanilla. I'm going to give this one to my sister because I know she's a little bit lighter than me, and I know she'd probably like this one. So I'm going to keep one and get rid of one. The next one I have is from Frankie Rose. It's the Matte Perfect Foundation, and this is in the shade China Silk. This is a little bit too light for me. I've only used this once. I did get this at Riley Rose not too long ago. I don't know. I can't really give my full opinion just yet because, like I said, I just got it and I've only used it maybe like once. So I am going to keep this. The next one I have is from Laura Mercier, the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. And this is in the shade 2C1. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it because I haven't used it. And it's just sitting here. And I don't even know if this is the right shade. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's kind of too orange. I don't know if you could see. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it because I haven't used it and that looks a little too orange. And I have a lot of other foundations in my collection that I like better. The next one we have is from Maybelline. It's the Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation in the shade Classic Ivory. I haven't used this one yet because it's been sitting here in the bottom of this foundations that were on top. And I do like the other one. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in this pile. But it's the other version, but it's not the Radiant one. I do like that one, so I thought maybe I would try this one to see if I like this one as well. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep this one for now, and then maybe if I don't use it within the next time I do a declutter, then I'll declutter this one. Then I know I have a couple in here. Yeah, so I have two from Clinique, and it's the Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I have it in the shade CN8 and CN32. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of them. I do know Buttermilk was one of the shades I used, but I thought it was a little too dark, so I think this one's lighter than this one. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep both of them for now until I figure out which one is better color for me. I don't want to do it now because I don't want this to be a long video than it already is. Then I have a couple from LA Girl. It's the Pro Matte Longwear Matte Foundation. This needs to go in the trash. This looks so disgusting. Yeah, I haven't used it in a while. Actually, both of them are going to be trashed because these are really, really old. I do like these. I used to use these so much back in the day. But then I just started to discover other foundations, and this kind of got pushed back to the very back of my collection. And I do have a backup right here in one of these drawers that you see behind me. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss these because these are very old. I'm going to leave them to the side so that way we can count to see what we're getting rid of, what we're keeping, and what we're tossing. The next one I have is from Beauty Creation, and it's the Flawless Day Foundation. This is in the shade FS 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. Again, I've only used this maybe like 1 or 2 times, and I did like it a lot on my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Then we have these ones from It Cosmetics. I have the regular one and the matte one. I think that's what it is. Anyways, I'm going to keep both of these. I really do like these. I like the matte one because, like I said, I'm oily and I like to use it during the summertime. But sometimes I'll mix it with the regular one. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these. I need to use these more because I know I remember I liked them a lot. The next one we have is from... Ooh, this looks gross. This one is from Urban Decay. It's the Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition... I don't know, whatever it is. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't like it. It's not full coverage like I thought it would be. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep it. Scratch that. I changed my mind. I'm gonna keep it only because I have, I can't get it right now, but I have the Urban Decay, the Velvetizer, the one I think you can mix in with your foundations to make it, I don't know, something about full coverage or whatever the case may be. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to keep this for now so I could test it to see if maybe that stuff will make this foundation more full coverage. And then if it doesn't, then I'll go ahead and toss it. I remember people talked about this foundation and raved about it back in the day, and I wanted it, and I finally found it. I think it was at Nordstrom's Rack. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep this one for now. I'm actually going to put this on top of my vanity as well with the other foundation that I want to finish up. So that way I will make it a point to do it, to use them. The next two I have are from Hailey's Beauty, and it's the Reset Liquid Matte Foundation. I have 2 shades because they didn't really have a good shade range when I went to Target to pick them up. So I had to pick up 2 different shades to mix and match. One is too dark and one is too light. So that's why I have 2. These are okay. I have one in 2.25 warm and the other in 2.15 neutral. I bought these because Juicy Jazz here on YouTube raved about these foundations, and I like a lot of YouTubers on here, so that's why I go off of their recommendations a lot of the time. And I don't know, these ones didn't wow me like they wow her. But I am going to keep them because I did buy these, and I just don't want to waste money on, you know, things that I've bought and that I know maybe I should work a little bit harder on using up. So I'm going to keep these for now. The next one I have is from COLLABS. It's Meet Your Matte. All these foundations have such a long name. And this is in the shade Golden 4.5. This is one of the colors I used to wear in the summertime. That's why it's so dark. So I am going to go ahead and keep this because I really did like this foundation. The only thing is I either have to mix it with a lighter color or a mixing drop or wear it in the summertime. But I am going to keep this because I really do like this foundation. And you can find this foundation at Sally's Beauty. The next ones I have are from Maybelline. These are the Dream Matte Mousse. I have it in medium and light. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. They've been here for a while. These are kind of getting old. They don't have a smell to them, but I haven't used them. I don't think I will use them. And if I want to try them again, I could always go back and get some more. Like this one I used a lot. I don't know if you could see that, but I did hit pan right there. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them because I already have enough foundations that I don't need to keep these, especially if it's been a while since I've used them anyways. The next one I have is from Koki, and it's a full coverage foundation. Shoot, man. Koki is so expensive. I had bought a lot of the stuff from this brand, and it was really expensive, and it sold at Rite Aid. I don't know. Remember how I felt about this foundation. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep it just because, like I said, I had paid a lot of money to buy a lot of the stuff from this brand, and I want to get my money's worth. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this one for now. The next one I have is from Maybelline, the Fit Me. Oh yeah, I do have a couple of them. Where is it? I think I have one more of these, but anyways, I have the Dewy and I have the Poreless. What is this one? Nude Beige and 110 Porcelain. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of the Dewy one just because, like I said, I am oily and I have enough foundations and I only need a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 Dewy foundations, and I think I have enough of those already. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one, and then I'm going to put this one off to the side because I think I have another one that matches me better. I can't remember. Is this the old one or is this the new one? Let me see. Oh, this is a new one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this one because I don't think I've ever used it yet, and I want to I want to try it out. I want to see how I feel about it. If it's still, because I remember liking it, but I want to make sure like if I still really like it now. So this one is gonna stay. I have some more mixing drops. I have the Catrice to make the foundation lighter, and then I have this LA Girl mixing pigment. I think this is to make it, I don't know what color, warm, to make it warm tone. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this just because it's not what I thought it would be. It makes my foundation too warm. I was looking for something that would make my foundations more neutral since I am on the neutraler side, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this one, and I'm gonna keep my Catrice. I really like the Catrice ones, the lightening drops and the darkening drops. These ones are my favorite, and these are like the only ones that I was able to find that I liked. I was trying to find the NYX ones, but I think they discontinued them. But I am gonna keep these. Ooh, 3 more foundations, and we got rid of one little thing of these, so that I'm gonna take out. The next one we have is from Flower Beauty, and it's the Light Illusion Illuminous Makeup Foundation. This is in the shade, what shade is this? Ivory L2. Dang, it's been a while since I've used this. I don't remember. I remember liking it, but I don't know how old it is. I'm going to go ahead and keep this for now because I remember I liked it and it's been a while since I've used it. I'm going to try to see like if it's still good, and if it's not, then I'll go ahead and purchase another one, but I want to keep it for reference, my shade and everything. So this one I'm going to keep. The next one we have is from CoverGirl. It's the Clean Matte 530 Light to Medium BB Cream. I remember really liking this a couple years ago. I did use quite a bit of it already. I don't know. This is the part where it's gonna get hard for me now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put this on the side. It's gonna be a maybe pile. We'll see how many I keep and get rid of and stuff like that. Ooh, this is gross. I didn't even use this one. I'm just gonna toss it. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. Look at this. Look how, ugh, I'm so embarrassed to even show it. I'm just gonna go ahead and toss that one as well. That's gonna go in the garbage. The next one we have is from Tarte, and it's the Face Tape Foundation. I'm gonna keep this because this is one of my favorite foundations. I use this sparingly because I don't want to run out of it. Can't even talk today. But yeah, I really do like this foundation, so I'm gonna keep that. The next one we have, oh, okay, so I found my other Wet n Wild photo foundation foundations. I have 3 of them. I know 2 of these are old and one of them are newer. Let me see which one's the old ones. I think Soft Beige is the newer one. Oh, they all look new. Shoot. I'm going to get rid of Porcelain, and I'm going to keep Nude Ivory and Soft Beige because I think Soft Beige is a little too dark for me. So I could go ahead and then throw a little bit of Nude Ivory into this one. So I'm going to keep these 2 and get rid of one. I must have got rid of my old ones because I thought I had ones that were really old that needed to like go away. The next one I have is from Dream Urban Cover Foundation from Maybelline. This is the one I was talking about for the luminous one. Where is it at? This one. So I really like this foundation. This foundation I was using every day all summer long last year. Like, this was the only foundation I was wearing. I've gone through multiple of these foundations, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep this one. I think I might have another one in here somewhere, but yeah, I'm gonna try the Radiant one, and I'm gonna keep the original one. And I think they're both the same color. Yeah, they're both Classic Ivory. The next one we have is from Pacifica. It's the All a Light Clean Foundation. This is in the shade Neutral Light. This, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it opened and it busted everywhere, but I'm not a big fan of this foundation. I did get it on a recommendation from Casey Holmes. If you didn't know already, she's like one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. She's one of the first YouTubers I started watching. But anyways, yeah, this was out of her recommendation. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this. This would be a perfect time to try it now before the summertime because I got it during the summertime and it was kind of a little bit too oily for my skin during the summertime. But since we're still kind of in winter over here, I'm gonna go ahead and try it out to see if I like it during the winter time instead. Let's go ahead and we'll work around the ones that are not in these little baskets. The next one I have is from Joseph Colors. This is Meet Your Hue Foundation, and this is in the shade 118 Light Medium. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this only because I had to search high and low for this foundation. Actually, the foundation, the concealer, and the sponge. I didn't get it online. I went to a local store. Well, not a local store. It was about 45-minute drive, but it was the closest store I could find that sells Joseph Colors. I do like this foundation. It is good. I have been wearing it a lot recently. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep it. I haven't yet, but I want to try it with mixing it with the Charlotte Tilbury one, because I heard Nicole Renee, I believe that's her name, talk about mixing these two together. So I want to try that out. I haven't tried these two combos just yet. And I'm still keeping a lot of foundations. Maybe we can fit it into one of these little containers. The next foundation I have is from L'Oreal. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I have more. Maybe this is my only one. But anyways, this is from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear in the shade 420. This is another foundation that I love. I wore it a lot last summer as well. With the, what is the one I just showed you guys? The other Maybelline one. Yeah, the Dream Urban. Actually, they're two different ones. Maybelline and L'Oreal. But yeah, these were my two favorite foundations last year up until recently too. I still love them, but I wore them a lot more so last year in the summertime. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this one as well. I have gone through multiple bottles already as well. So that one's staying. The next one I have is from NYX. It's a Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. And this is in the shade Alabaster. I was gonna get rid of this, but I recently saw a video that Casey Holmes did, and it was a full face using NYX products, and she liked it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try it out again and see, because I can't really remember how I feel about this. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this one for now. The next one we have is from Marc Jacobs. This is the Genius Gel in the shade Beige Light. You know, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get rid of this just because I have enough foundations in my collection. I don't need another one. And yeah, I don't feel too bad getting rid of this one. So this one's going to go. Oh, see, I did have another one. The Matte and Poreless from Maybelline. I think this one's the older one. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is super old. I'm going to go ahead and toss this because this is old and I've had it for way too long. The next one I have is from Sonia Kashuk. It is the Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. I'm not going to talk too much about this foundation because it is discontinued. Sonia Kashuk only does makeup brushes, which sucks. I wish she did makeup because some of her other makeup that she did was amazing, including this foundation. I love this foundation. I think I have another one in here somewhere, but I don't know why she stopped. I love this foundation. I don't want to get rid of it. It doesn't smell bad. I know I should get rid of it, but I'm going to go ahead and just keep this for now because that was a really good foundation. Oh, I got little minis in the corner. This next one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a stick foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this just because I don't know why I bought this, to be honest. I do not like stick foundations. I've used it and it doesn't look good on my skin. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Another one I'm going to get rid of is from, oh, sorry guys. Oopsie. Stay. Sorry, accidentally moved my camera. The next one I'm going to get rid of is from The Balm. It's the Even Steven and Light. This one I only used once, but when I put it on, I looked like I had a bunch of green stuff all over my face. It just looked green on my face. It did not look nice at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. And this was such a waste of money because look, I like literally only used it once and then never again. So this one can go. The next one I have is from NYX. It's the Born to Glow foundation, and this is in the shade Vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one as well. I don't really remember how I feel about this foundation. I got it a couple months ago, but like I said, I had so much foundation here that it was at the very bottom, and I was probably too lazy to dig in the mess that I had. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this because I did use it, and I think I did like it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. I have a little minis here. One is from Jouer foundation and the other one is from Dior, the Backstage one. Ooh, this one has a lot in it. Okay, I'm going to keep the Dior one and I'm going to get rid of the, yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Jouer one. But I'm going to keep the Dior one. Because that one still has a lot of it in there. So that's another one we got rid of. The next one I have is from Too Faced, and it's the Tutti Frutti Do You Full Coverage Foundation. I got this at Marshall's. I don't think I've used it. It's still in the packaging. It's in the shade Almond. I don't know. Oh, shoot. A lot of it came out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this, test it out. If I haven't used it within the next time I do a declutter, then I'll go ahead and get rid of it, but I'm going to keep it for now. I'm going to keep it in its box so that way I know it's in here and I know it's new. That way I could use it. The next one we have is from Pretty Vulgar, I believe. Is this from Pretty Vulgar? Yeah, I think this is, yeah, Pretty Vulgar, and it's the Cool AF Lava Water Foundation. I found this bad boy at Marshall's. It is a little too dark for me, but I do mix in the lighter drops, so that way it's a little bit lighter. I love this foundation. I wish I could find my perfect shade in this, but like I said, mixing it with lighter drops will do for now. So I'm going to keep this one. The next one I have is from Tarte. It's the Found Sealer. I actually, this one's in the shade 16 and fair light neutral. I actually thought it was the other one from Tarte. I thought it was the Face Tape Foundation. And so I had got this one first, and then I realized it was the wrong thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of this one because it's not what I like. It's not full coverage. I like full coverage, long wearing, and matte foundations. That's what I like. And this is none of it. So I'm going to get rid of that. The next one I have two from Benefit. It's the Hello Happy Foundations. And this is another foundation where their shade range sucks. So that's why I have two to mix and match. And then I think one is my winter shade and the other one is my summer shade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep these because I really do like these foundations. Then I have this Soap and Glory Kick-Ass All Day Wear Long foundation. I remember really liking this foundation. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this. And then I have the YSL All Hours foundation. This is like such a classic OG foundation. I haven't worn it in a while. It doesn't smell like it's bad or anything. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep it because I know I've used a lot of it already and it's almost to the point where it's almost finished. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep this one. Then I have these samples from Lancome, I believe. What are these? Oh, she did write the number. So when I went to Nordstrom's to pick up a product, the lady was so nice enough to give me a bunch of samples of this foundation. I have had this foundation as a sample before and I really liked it, and I told her, and so she was like, oh, well, let me just give you a bunch of samples of it so that way you don't have to buy the full thing. So I was like, okay, cool. So I didn't realize that she had wrote the shade number for me. So I'm going to keep this in here and I'm going to keep these samples. I'm probably going to go through it to see like if there's any that maybe need to be tossed out because they're finished, and I maybe put them back in here. But yeah, I'm going to keep these so that way I know. I'm also going to keep the paper in here so that way I know I have the shade that I use. So that way if I want to buy the full thing, I have it here already. So that's staying. Then finally we are down to the last bit of it. Oh, see, look, I have another Wet n Wild foundation. This is in bronze beige. I know this is old. This has to be old. Yeah, this is old. This is going to go in the trash. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's going to go in the trash as well. Then I have a sample of the La Mer, the $120 some foundation. I just have a sample. It's in the shade 110 Shell. I don't think I've tried it yet because like I said, this foundation is $120. But I'm saving it for a special occasion. So that is gonna stay. The next one we have is from CoverGirl. It's the Violet Healthy Elixir Foundation in the shade 710 Classic Ivory. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I have the older packaging somewhere in here. I really like this foundation. I remember really liking it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this one. And look at it's still, there's still a lot in there. I think I've only used it a couple times, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this one for now. The next one we have is from CoverGirl. It's the Full Spectrum Matte Ambition All Day Wear in the shade Light Neutral. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one just because I have enough foundations and I don't need another one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And it's been a while since I've used it, and I think I've only used it a couple times. So that one's going to go. The next one I have is from Rimmel London. It's the Stay Matte Soft Beige 200. I don't know if this is still around or if it's been discontinued. But this is really old. And this is really thick. It's like a really thick consistency. Let me see if I could pour some out without getting it everywhere. Yeah, look at it. Like, it took forever just to come out. Yeah, see how thick that is? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. But look at, like, that's like super thick. Yeah, so that is gonna go. The next one I have is the Dream Liquid Mousse Airbrush Finish 200 from Maybelline in Classic Ivory. I remember I loved this foundation. This was such a good foundation. I don't think it's sold anymore. I'm gonna keep this off to the side because I'm gonna do some research to see if I can find it, to see if they still have this one in store, because like I said, this one was my favorite foundation when I started getting into makeup. And I do have some product in here, but I know it is old. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put this off to the side. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and then if not, I don't know, check to see if it's old still. Maybe try it out to see if I like it. I know I do like it because, like I said, this was like my only foundation I would go to before. I had all these foundations. So I'm going to keep this off to the side for now, but it is going to be decluttered eventually. The next one I have is from CoverGirl. It's the Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous Foundation. Some of these like have the longest names in the name. This is in the shade Classic Ivory. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't think it was anything special for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. The next one I have is from Revlon. It's the Color Stay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 150 Buff. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one as well. This one is like the other Rimmel one that I showed you as far as consistency being thick. This one's not as thick as the Rimmel one. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one because I haven't used it. I don't think I liked it. I hope when I was doing all these, I was in the frame. Now that I realize it. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. The next one I have is from Catrice. It's the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the shade, it's mattifying, it's 24 hours in the shade Sand Beige. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. I think I only used it once and I didn't really care for it. I didn't think it was that full coverage, but I'm going to go ahead and give this one another try. The next one I have is from Too Faced. It's the Peach Perfect Foundation. And this one's in the shade Porcelain. I love this foundation. This is another foundation that I used to love back in the day, back when I first started getting into makeup. I like this one a lot. I stopped using it because like I didn't want to run out of it, so I used it very sparingly. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. It's disgusting. I need to like clean it. The next one I have is from Milani. It's the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Conceal in the shade Light Neutral. I went ahead and bought another one because the other shade that I had was a little bit too dark and it oxidized a lot, so it wasn't my perfect shade. But this one's better on me and it doesn't oxidize as bad as the other one that I had. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep this one for now. The next one I have is from Koki. Oh, I didn't realize I had two from Koki. You know what? I'm gonna switch things around. You know how I said I had that other Koki foundation that I was gonna keep? I was getting it mixed up. Where is it? Hold on, give me a second. What did I do with it? Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Koki foundation because I don't like it. I remember I didn't like it. But this one I'm gonna keep for now because this is the one that I had bought with my other products from Koki that were expensive. And I want to finish it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one and get rid of this one. The next one we have is from Revlon, and it's the Candid Foundation in the shade 150 Cream Brulee. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one just because it was nothing special and it wasn't full coverage like I like. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And then, oh, I have the old version of the CoverGirl Violet's Healthy Elixir in the shade 705 Ivory. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep this one just because I really like this back in the day, and I don't think they make this anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep it for now. I'm gonna make sure that it's not bad, but yeah, that's gonna stay for now. The next one we have is from Garnier. I don't know how to pronounce that right. It's the BB cream, light medium for oily to combo skin. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because this is one of the BB creams that I love, absolutely loved, in the summertime, wintertime, whenever. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one for now. The next one we have is from L'Oreal. It's a True Match foundation, and this is in the shade Classic Ivory. This is such an OG foundation. People raved about this one as well back in the day. Shoot. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep it just because it's classic. It's an OG foundation, and I want to start to use more of the foundations from back in the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one for now. Oh, look, we have another LA Girl, the Pro Matte foundation. This one I'm gonna go ahead and toss in the trash as well because I know that one is old. Then we have the Revlon Color Stay Makeup Foundation SPF 15 for combo to oily skin in the shade Sand Beige. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Wait, am I going to get rid of this one? No, I'm going to keep this one for now. I'm going to put it on my vanity because I'm going to put it with the other foundations that I need to use more to see. But yeah, this one's going to stay for now. And plus that's only my fourth one, so we're good. I have another Sonia Kashuk one. I think I had to mix the shades because one was too dark and one was too light, so mixing them was good. I'm going to keep this one as well, just because I love that foundation so much. The next two foundations we have are from L'Oreal Paris. It's the Infallible Pro Matte and the Infallible Pro Glow. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of both just because the matte one is older already, and the glow one, it's a little too glowy for me. And like I said, I already have enough glowy foundations. So these ones can go. The next one I have is from Huda Beauty. It is in the shade Macaroon 230N. Forgot what the name of this one is, but this was one of her like OG foundations. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep this because this is one of the foundations that I absolutely love back in the day. This is another foundation where you only need like a couple drops of it for your whole face for it to look really pretty and full coverage. So this reminds me of the what is it, the Smashbox one. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this one. Then the other one is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Foundation. I don't know what I want to do with this one. Looks like that. Let me see. I'm going to keep this one for now. I still have a lot of foundations I'm keeping, but we'll see what happens at the end. The next one I have is from Estee Lauder. It's the Double Wear. And it's in the shade 2W1 Dawn. I'm going to go ahead and keep this just because I really love this foundation. And this is another foundation where I use for special occasions. And I don't have that much left in here either. Let me smell it just to make sure. Oh yeah, it still smells good. I'm like halfway through with this foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this one. And then the next one I have, this is my last and only stick foundation that I'm going to keep. It is from Hourglass. And this is in the shade Nude. I am going to keep this foundation. I do like it, but I only like it during the winter time. If I wear this during the summertime, it's a complete mess. It's oily on my face. It slides everywhere. So I recommend, if you are an oily person, and if you want to try this foundation, just to use it during the winter time. That's the best bet. So this one's going to stay. And then finally, I think that's it. I'm going to have to clean this drawer, so don't mind this. I'm going to clean it up off camera. The last one I have is from Rimmel. It's the Lasting Finish foundation in the shade Soft Beige. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it just because it's old and I don't need any more of these. So yeah, so oh my gosh, I got rid of kind of a lot, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to use this big tub for my foundations that I'm keeping. I'm just going to start putting foundations. I think I'm going to put my drugstore stuff in here first. That way, like, I know. I'm hoping all this foundation will stay like with not one, but two containers. Let me see. I'm looking around to see like if I have any more drugstore, but these are all my drugstore foundations, so they fit in this one container. I'm gonna push that to the back. Then I have this one, maybe one, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get rid of this one just because I have enough foundations in. If I want to try this one again, I could always buy it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Then I'm going to use this little container for my drugstore because I don't have that many drugstore foundations. I'm going to keep this foundation off to the side right there so that way I can see it and make sure I use it. Oh, I think I kept more high-end foundations because I don't think they're all gonna fit in here, but that's okay. So I got rid of, let me show you real quick. I got rid of all of these. So I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I got rid of 23 foundations and I'm throwing away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not bad. So I'm getting rid of, altogether, I'm getting rid of 30 foundations, and then I'm keeping 4 foundations off to the side so that way I can use them But yeah, that's not bad at all. So let me go ahead and finish putting these back in here. I'm gonna keep these off to the side. So some of them are not gonna fit in here, but that is better than what I had before. Am I gonna have to keep this one too? I think I might have to keep that one. But what I'll do is I'll keep like my smaller ones. So yes, this is still a lot of foundations, but these are ones that I know that I like and that I'll use. I just need to make it an effort to not buy any more foundations and use up the ones that I have in here, but I don't think that's possible for me anyways. But yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. This is way better than what I had before, I can tell you that. I could see everything better. At least I know the back ones are my drugstore, and then these front ones are my high-end foundations, and then I also have to put my mixers in there. But I'll go ahead and I'll do that off camera. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. And if you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what else you guys would like to see as far as video-wise, like what other content you would like to see. Until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.